steam point are 5.0 cm and 40 cm respectively. So when the thermometer is immersed in a liquid P, the length of the mercury column is 23 cm. So what's the temperature of that? So remember the formula. So theta minus the length for 0 divided by length of 100 minus length of 0 times 100%. A point 100 degrees Celsius. So it's 23.0 minus 5.0 divided by 40.0 minus 5.0 times 100 degrees. So the answer should be 51.43 degrees Celsius. Okay, correct? Okay. So then for second questions, the length of the mercury column at the steam point and ice point are 65 and 5 cm. So when the thermometer is immersed in the liquid Q, the length of the mercury column is 27. So the temperature for liquid Q, so it's 27 minus 5. Okay, divide by 65 minus 5 times 100 degrees Celsius. So you get 36.67 degrees Celsius. Correct? Correct? Huh? Okay. So then for the third question, third questions, your school now teach anywhere? Today just entered chapter 4. I thought I already quite slow. They are even slower. Huh? Just enter chapter 4 and already finished 4.2 by today. Just finished chapter 4. Just enter chapter 4 by today and finish by 4.2. Oh, very good. Your teacher has a very good speed. Rocketing speed. Who is the teacher? Sorry? Oh, reinforced stagger. So the distance between 0 degree and 100 degree on the mercury column is 28 cm. So when the thermometer is put into a beaker of water, the length of the mercury column is 24.5 above the ice point. Means that the length of this one is 24.5. So what's the temperature of the water? So you can use 24.5 divided by 28 times 100. So it's 87.5 degrees Celsius. All right, huh? Okay, and finally, the distance between the 0 degree and blah 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 is 25 cm. So when the thermometer is put inside into a beaker of water, the length now is 16 cm above the ice point. 16 cm. Is it going to rain? I think so. 16 cm above the ice point. So means that the 100 minus kosong one is 25.0. This one is 16. So by using that, 16 over 25, you get times 100, you get 64 degrees for the temperature of water. And the length of the mercury column from the bulb at 30 degrees. So 30 is, you use 30 degrees Celsius equals to this one divided by 25 times 100. So he wants you to find this one. This is the one he wants you to find. So rearrange, move everything to the left. So you get 30 times 25 over 100. So you get 7.5 cm. Right? Huh? Should be pretty easy. Huh? Nobody get wrong for this 4. Okay. If you are getting wrong, then there's something wrong with you already. All right. So let's see the specific heat capacity. Okay. So please take note on this one. This is a very important. Okay. So what's heat? Before we start with specific heat capacity, we need to understand the heat capacity first. The heat capacity is actually the quantity of heat that require to increase the temperature of an object by 1 degree Celsius. Okay? The heat that require to increase the temperature of object by 1 degree Celsius. So normally we measure it by using joules per Kelvin. Okay? Now, for the example, okay, the object with a greater mass normally will be has a higher heat capacity. Why? Because greater mass means that more substance involved. More substance involved means that the heat capacity needed to raise the temperature is higher. Okay, it's like, okay, You try to boil the water. You boil with a very, very small cup that the baby use one, faster. When you boil the whole volume of water, you need a more time, right? Because the heat needed is higher. So this is what he's trying to tell you. Okay? So, for example, two equal size of kettle filled with different quantity of water will boil at the same time. So after several minutes, the one with less quantity of water will boil first, compared to the one that filled with more quantity of water. So this is why some people say that you want to what you call save the energy, just boil the water that you need, the amount of water that you need, because normally, as long as you are not buying the very cheap plug China made kettle, the heating time should be different. Less water should heat up easier. But if you buy the very cheap plug one, they are very good one, but nowadays still got the very cheap plug one. Then high chances you get little if you buy the very small one. Don't laugh, no. There is a case of the white dog. No, I'm not telling her. I say don't laugh. You don't think it's funny, because there is a case happened in UMP when I was studying there. There is a girl. I don't know what happened. She boiled something using the cheap plug one, and then he letup, and then caused the whole bunch of the asrama all blackout. Try to imagine those guys are playing games. Now last time we don't have Dota 2, we play Dota. Then suddenly blackout. Holy shit! The whole asrama of boy all like they have to silence the noise if you are in YouTube. That is not the dangerous one part. The dangerous part is the boiled water, very hot, gets sprayed on the body and the face. So if you want to have a very unique face, you can try. Okay, unique, a bit unique. Okay, so for example, two equal size. Oh, this one already. Okay, so jot down this one. Hard to say, many people nowadays like to become a what you call influencer. You see, influencer. I don't. I sometimes. Okay, so if you are not, because sometimes if you want to use your beauty to get more followers, it's a bit hard maybe. So you have to go the other way around. Extreme way to get more followers. Then you can try the way. Oh yeah, and also the power bank. Many people like to after they charge the power bank, they didn't hook up the USB, right? Actually, if you didn't pull out the USB cable, even though it's not connected to your phone, that USB head is still running with electricity. So try to imagine when you just pasang the cable there and then you leave it inside a car during afternoon. Then like what she showed just now, maybe you can make it bigger, a little bit more bigger. And there's a like, the one that with type C head, type the out input for type C blah blah blah, right? Let's say you want to make it easier to keep, so you put like USB and then the other head you put it in the type C. Then congratulations, you just make a plastic bomb successfully. Okay, I'm not asking you to try this at the Hawaiian. Don't do that. I just give you an example. If you don't want to have exam, you may try. This is why nowadays the aeroplane that doesn't allow for any flight that doesn't allow you to bring more than 25,000 mAh mAh power bank nowadays. That is the main reason, because someone successfully exploded his or her power bank on the flight. Don't worry lah. The explosion not like making the plane crash. No, but there's an explosion happened before. That's why nowadays they are very strict on that, and only certain brands are allowed. So this also ask you guys, don't buy like there is a price there. Don't buy something too cheap. Sometimes you see Penang like the easiest nowadays. What brand is nowadays quite hot one nowadays. Penang. So anything like normal price is 60 ringgit. You want to buy it within 15 don't try. Better don't. Very dangerous one. And also the power bank that can charge computer one don't bring it on plane, because the one that can charge your computer means that they come in a very high voltage. Very high voltage, and ampere means that oh, you did watch the video as well. The one that he said the one that different kind of tone of English one, I don't know. Then I let you let us. Let us watch something very funny. Wait, oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, they use English as well, because only got Chinese. No, got English. So let's see what this guy named Rajesh. Yes, he's a very well-known English. No, he's a teacher. Actually, he teach English in US, if I'm not mistaken. But then he found a very good way to promote himself. So nowadays he's involved in many well-known talk shows. This is why he said he's saying that why no people use the Indians to act as the terrorists in US movie. Big screen for that terrorist announcement. This is the ones that, sir, it's a message from the terrorist Boris. And then Boris comes up. Hello, my explanations. It is I, Boris. Boris Kablishnikov. Lift bombs all over the world in major cities. And if you don't pay me $1 billion, I will make the world go kaboom. You got one out. That's the now you see what happened if you use India's Indian. very funny one. It's the infamous terrorist Rajesh. It's used its own name. The light is like facing. My name is Rajesh, and I have placed bombs strategically all over the world. Don't pay me $1 billion US. I will proceed to make the entire world go kaboom. But Rajesh, we don't have money. Rajesh, we don't have money. It's the credit card. Okay, how much you got there? Okay, so this guy is actually a Malaysian. He's a Malaysian who live in US. So his video on how you pronounce in English quite fun one, actually, quite funny. He used a very funny way to show that. Done, huh? Sure, all done. Huh? Okay, then let's continue. So state the definition of specific heat capacity. Just now is heat capacity, now is specific heat capacity. The definition is almost similar, just that now we give a measurement of mass, which is 1 kg. So it's a quantity. It's a quantity of heat required by a substance of mass of 1 kg to increase the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Okay, just now is a substance, the heat required to raise 1 degree Celsius, correct? Now is the heat required for 1 kg to raise 1 degree Celsius. Okay, so the equation will be Q over M times change of theta. So the change of theta is the change of temperature, but normally we rearrange it into Q equals to MC theta. Okay, normally we will change it into this. Okay, MC theta. Okay, so where Q is the quantity of heat, M is mass, change of theta, or we call theta, is the change of temperature. Highest minus lowest, or the final temperature minus the initial temperature, also can. Okay? Can why you look at me like you are so blurred? This is just a formula only. Huh? Blur. Why? No, huh? Yeah or no? Why sometimes yeah, sometimes no? Huh? I didn't tell anyone. I just said. Okay. So jot down this one. Why? If you guys didn't look at me like blur, then I'm a bit afraid already. I'm very scared. Why you guys like someone who is so old? Don't make me scared, you know. I don't want to go into the the Temelo or the Mentakap FB group, something like that. Because I've seen one time on Kuantan one. The teacher was dating the student, I think. Very funny one. I don't know why. Why that student so desperate? I don't understand why. Don't understand. I really I have seen one in UMP as well. When I was teaching there, that girl, he's my friend's girlfriend. I don't know why. Somehow she got a very close relationship with the professor, which is already 50 something. Don't know. But the thing is, that girl is not even beautiful at all. So we come up with a conclusion. Maybe because that girl likes to wear a bit more, how to say, a very short shorts, something like that. Oh yeah, because she, although it's my friend's girlfriend, but somehow my friends also actually a bit. It's like 3 to 4 years difference between us. So I'm their lecturer actually. So I have been like chased off that girl for like twice or 3 times because of she liked to wear something very, I don't understand. There's a class right? Why you wear a singlet? And then last time we was like living together in a house. No, we are talking about we are renting a house together. Okay. Okay. So she's like wearing even more, how to say, even more crazy in the house. For me, it's quite crazy because there's guy there. So she's like too carefree lah. I mean, her attire. Sometimes like a white singlet, right? But with a black innerwear. So I don't really understand. Huh?
You yell at her?
I yelled at her?
Yeah.
No. But I normally will how to say, I will normally like she's going to the living room, I will enter back my room. Try to avoid that. Hard to say, but later she said I want to say I sexually harass her, something like that. Hard to say, she thought that she is very beautiful. I always tell her, do you need me to buy you a mirror for you to check? This is how I always told her. She always said, I'm beautiful, ma. I think I need to buy you a mirror. I always say. Yes. Well, don't worry. After that, when I was in German, in the first week, I've already facing a lot of the case already. The heater, because the heater is like the, how to say, it's like when the every single floor they have their own heater, and then the heater doesn't, if like too many people taking shower at once, so the hot water they will lack of hot water, so they come and borrow from from us, my friend is a girl, because overseas they don't really really divide them into based on gender. They don't do that. So it's like they go down, take shower in my room, and then I call my mom during that time, and then suddenly she comes up, wrapping in the white towel, and then just walk out like that. My mom was like, "The hell?" At the back. Then I said, "If I said she come and borrow my toilet, the shower, you believe her?" He said, "You think I believe or not?" A girl tried to borrow a guy's room shower, and then just wrap a towel, go up. And then she just opened the door, going out like that. My professor lives in the opposite. She comes up, and then he give me a. I was like, the hell? So that's why you're gonna face this kind of cultural shock. And then you go to the white car, you go to the we call the beach club. There will be a club on the beach side, and they are surrounded. They are surrounding. They are one with gate, totally gate off. One didn't, but it's on the same club. Then I don't know. My first time, my friend brings me there, so he said, "Like, I bring you into here." When I walk in, I was a bit curious. Why they need the 18 years old and above to enter the gate one? So when I went inside. Naked, all naked. I was like, what the hell? So don't understand. I don't really understand. Actually, you will get quite a lot of cultural shock when you are going there. Done, okay, so let's continue. Why should Sudasan, you are planning to study overseas, is it?
No,
because of this. You know what? When you go to Netherlands, Holland, after 10, there are certain channel change into 18 plus video movie.
Better go to Thailand, like
Thailand, what?
You see, he was
This one very dangerous one.
Huh?
Thailand very dangerous. I have been there before with my cousin. That girl comes here, send us the beer. That girl comes out, you looks at the back and the front. Who yo, totally very beautiful. Then suddenly she talk like, hello, Lengzai. See, you really wanna try in Thailand. Very dangerous, you know.
Sir, you need to check first. Check the voice. The voice all you need to check first.
Even the voice can be cheated. It's hard to say, you know. You better don't. If Japan also, my friend studied in Japan, he told me the same thing. After 10 o'clock, even the cartoon channel will comes out with 18 plus cartoon. See, Netherlands even after 10 they have, because their prostitution are not illegal, it's illegal. So
So they can do it in the.
no, prostitution is a legal services there. So you see, every services can be advertised, right? So after 10 o'clock, you were like, I was watching South Park, the South Park Cartoon Network suddenly comes out with a advertisement, girl health prostitution. Very funny one. And then sometimes I was calling my mom. My mom doesn't believe. My mom said, "What kind of channel you are watching actually?" Then I said, "You wait. See, it's Cartoon Network." Cartoon Network comes out with a prostitution. So very funny one. And then their what you call that? The what you call? I forget it. The Durex is called what? I forget I did the name. Oh, I shouldn't go too deep with you guys, because I forget already. You guys haven't won, and you're still underage. So you see, very funny one, Every single clinic in what I call in Netherlands somehow is easy for you. You just walk in and there's a basket there. You will find out that the moment what is there, you can get anything that thing for free. Condom. Very funny one. And they even have I have seen a very stupid thing is there's something like a pondo. They make it like a telephone, the telephone thingy, indoor one. They are covered like that. At first I don't know what is the purpose, Then my friend told me that it's for them to do something that cannot be seen by others. You see, they will prepare the place like that. I don't know, it's called open-minded or it's called something is wrong already, I think. So you can imagine my cultural shock during that time. Very funny one. And then weed is legal as well in what you call? Weed is legal in why you are so excited. Weed somehow Weed somehow is legal in what you call that? Is in Netherlands, and they even use it for some food. So you have to be very careful when you are buying cakes there. So I was like trying to play around with the promoter that time. So I said, why this cake here and there different? I try to act like I don't know English. So that guy said, oh, this cake, you eat, you go high. Very, very funny one. And then who is cheese lover here? Then you will be how to say, Netherlands is like your heaven. You know why? Because they sell the cheese in kg. You have seen the Tom and Jerry one.
Yeah.
The cheddar cheese there is like a cake, right?
Yeah.
It's actually real, 2 kg. And they use it like for a family member of 4. They use like 2 kg per week at least. And who drink milks every day? You know the price. Fresh milk for 1 liter only 0.99 euro. So it means that it's around, my time is very high, 550. So it's around 550 per liter fresh milk, because after 3 days all are thrown. Very cheap one. Salmon if fillet is like around, if you change to Malaysia ringgit, I think it's around not even 10 ringgit per 100 gram. Because it's very easy to get them. If you want to buy the what you call the grouper fish, and then also what you call, if you drink Nescafe, you are considered a very rich man, because the 3-in-1 one. The Nescafe Classic, one pack there sell 30 euro. 30 euro, no, 30 euro is around 100 something ringgit. The one that we buy, not even 30 ringgit. So you bring a lot dash and then you make it as gift. People thought that you are very rich. And they like our mommy last time. They like our mommy, our instant noodle. But then, how to say, if you are a drinker, you like liquid, you like alcohol, then that also have it. Alcohol. I thought that you are underage. Why is but beer lah. If you like the what you call
Whiskey, damn nice. Whiskey.
Whiskey is
Vodka.
vodka is more on the Russian side.
Yeah.
If you are in German, German normally the beer is different. Our beer is more like pahit, a bit pahit one. You know, even the Carlsberg, all these are very a bit pahit, more to the side. What you call not the bitter side, right? But German one, very sweet. They are sweet one. They are sweet beers there, but you don't like because sweet you drink like hell. You're gonna die. You're gonna like drunk out easily. So quite fun. If you are studying overseas, you are gonna have lots of experience. 3 o'clock, right? Their tea time. They are like bringing a big jug of what you call of beer, walk into the class, your professor, and then with a very red face start to teach. And then the beer put on the table. After teaching, during the teaching, says that if she drink a bit and then still continue. And then you will see lots of people buy the wood one, the mug, the wooden mug for the beer. Those students also bring because they are like, especially in Netherlands, because it's cold and more towards the north side. So they are cold. So that's why funny. So that's why why I said Holland is a heaven for milk lover or the dairy product lover. If you got a chance, you can study there. Okay, one. If you have to try to get a very handsome boyfriend, then you need to go German. Korea, come on, Korea, but guy looks like girls. Yeah, most of the Korea, and then nowadays the face all get almost similar. Don't always BTS. When you are going to study overseas, BTS already old. Or you like what? Pink Black? Oh, sorry. What Blackpink or Pink Black? I forget already. I always get it wrong. Because I didn't really, I'm not really that how to say, that familiar. Okay, now let's see the table of the specific heat capacity for certain substance. We have water, which is 4,200 joule per kg per degree Celsius. Cooking oil, 1,850. Why this one must be lower? Means that it can heat up easily. You want to cook something, fry something, so you need the temperature to be very high easily. So that's why we won't use water to fry something, because the water need more heat to boil. And then aluminium 900, copper 390, methane gas 2,200. That's why you see methane gas is one of the major fuel, because it can sustain high energy. And then sand is around 800 and air is 1,000. So that's why for sand, some people they use the sand to, how to say, let's say if you are being abandoned, you reach abandoned island, for example, you want to how to say, you have to keep your own temperature at night, so you just bury yourself, not bury whole until most of the body under the sand, and then while you put a fire on site, so that it can protect you at the same time keep you warm. This is the way up. Okay, why? Because normally at the sand, why don't do it in river side? Because river side is fresh water. Most of the animal will come, will go to the riverside to drink water at night. So if you are in an abandoned island and you try to sleep beside at the riverside, congratulations, you just make yourself die. Try to imagine that the tiger goes there to drink and saw you. Tiger, yeah. Or you want the most dangerous one is not that like tiger or this. It's actually the leopard is the one who not the leopard. I forget the name already. The black leopard that can climb trees. Black panther. That one is the one that can climb trees. So that one is the one most dangerous actually. Okay, now all these are so let's see why we use the water as a good cooling agent. Why water is a good cooling agent? Okay, so jot this out first before I okay. So because you know why specific capacity of water is 4,200 joule per kg per degree Celsius. Later I will show you. Okay. Then this means that for 1 kg of water to increase the temperature by 1 degree Celsius, they need 4,200 joule of heat. So it means that it's not heat up easily. It cannot heat up easily, correct? Because you need more heat just to raise 1 degree Celsius, correct? So this makes this makes water as a very good cooling agent. Okay, so jot down this one first before we go to the next one. Oh, sorry, I wait. Hui. You want, you can talk up, but at the same time you have to copy down as well.
Yes. This one slow down.
No, all right. So let's see. Let's continue. So let's see how we determine the specific heat capacity of a solid and a liquid. So the left one is to determine the specific heat capacity of water. The right hand side is to determine the specific heat capacity of aluminium. So for water, you need a water power supply, and then an immersed heater. Immersed heater means that the heater is like a rod where you just place in. Okay, then you need a wooden block at the bottom, and then the cup covered with tissue paper. Normally they use a polystyrene cup, okay, covered with tissue paper, okay, and then close it on top the cover, and then thermometer to to get the temperature, and with stopwatch. While for the aluminium one, they also use an almost similar setup where power supply with immersion heater. Okay, putting inside a block of aluminium with two hollow tube. So you put inside. The other one is to put the thermometer. So the hole normally will fill with oil. This is to increase the thermal conductivity so that the readings on thermometer will be more accurate. Okay, so jot down this one and these two. Do according to how I mean the table. No need to use this one. No need. Just this, and this. Just make it a table. Okay. All right. So let's continue. So see, for the water one, so what they do is the cup is filled with water with mass of m, for example, 0.15. Then the initial temperature of water is recorded. Then the immersion heater is switched on, and the stopwatch is start simultaneously. And we need to stir the water. Why we need to stir the water? Yes. What uniform? Heat distribution, to make sure the heat is distributed uniformly. And then the heater is switched off after 10 minutes, and the highest temperature is recorded. So same goes here actually. The mass of the aluminium block M is determined using the electronic balance. Then the initial temperature is recorded. Then the heater is switched on, and the stopwatch starts simultaneously. And the heater is switched off after 10 minutes, and the highest temperature recorded. So after you jot down all this, then we analyze the data by using the formula. Q is equals to power times time, which is equals to MC theta. So PT equals to MC theta. So C is equals to PT over M theta 2 minus theta 1. So this is the formula. So what I want you to do now is for specific heat capacity of this is equals to this one. Jot down this one. Okay, yeah, jot down this one first before we start, before we move to application.
The next one is why. Done? Done or not done? She didn't.
You all
Hello?
Finish already.
Just this small part, you want to use like 5 minutes.
yeah.
Is it your writing speed is like even the total can win you? If that's the case. Well, you did give a very good point. Okay. So let's see the application of specific heat capacity in daily life. For example, clay pot. So clay has a has a higher specific heat capacity compared to metal. So during cooking, the heat is flow slowly from the fire to the food inside the pot because you need more time to heat up the pot first. So a longer cooking time is needed to cook the food. But after the flame is switched off, the clay pot still has higher temperature than the food inside it. So a considerable amount of heat continues to be transferred to the food. So the food inside the clay pot stay hot for a long time after the clay pot has been removed from the source of fire. Okay, so this is what happened to the what you call that? Kari kepala ikan, you guys have
Yeah.
they are using the clay pot, right? If I'm not mistaken. Last time the one that near to the what you call the SJKC Mentakap one, that one. I don't know still got or not. The in front of what you call? In front of a grill, I think. There's one the one my time is very famous one here. And then when you know, and then when I was in Rob, there's also another one near the corner one. It's also very famous as well. For 2 people, almost $100. Okay, so that is all. Okay.
Quando são eu sei. நீ லவ் பண்றல நீ வேற ஏதோ அது உடம்பு முதல்ல
Done. So next, let's see. When we use water as the coolant in car engine in the car radiation system. So you see, this is the one with pink color is the hot water. This blue color is the what you call is the what you call the cold water. So what happened is the water. Okay, when the water pump will drag the water from the lower side to the top side and then back here, become a circulation. So the cold water will pass through the radiator fan. Okay, the radiator fan, this is actually the what you call the cylinder. So the heat will be absorbed by the water. So the water become hot water now. So when it was dragged through, passed through the water pump and dropped down, during this time, the radiator fan will suck the air from the outside, which is cooler. Okay, cooler air. So the cooler air will cool down the heat, cool down the water and back to the bottom side. So this is how it cool downs the what I call that the car engine. Can you understand? This is hot water going up. So pass through here, the air is drawn in by the radiator fan. So the air is cooler. So the heat will lost to the cooling fin to the surrounding. Okay, because the air suck in will bring away the heat. So the water will be cooled down. So the water now become cool here and being dragged again by the pump like that. So it becomes circulated. So the heat is lost due to the air drawn out by the radiator fan. Okay, so water has a high specific heat capacity. So the water flow inside the engine block will absorb the heat that produced from the burning of fuel inside the engine. So the temperature of water rise and flow to the fan radiator. So cool air drawn in by the fan radiator will absorb the heat from hot water, okay, through the cooling fan. So can I? All right, so check this out. Better. Draw and jot down the what he's writing here. Done? Done, let me know. Well, no more let me know. Done, then you're allowed to dismiss already.